Hey guys, it's Anthony here from Breathe Fitness. Are you looking for some variations to your side plank training? If so, stay tuned. So what I'm going to show you in this video is the correct way to position yourself for a side plank, and then also 3 different variations on how you can change up your side plank training. First things first, how do we get into the correct position? So for a side plank, the most important thing is elbow below shoulder. You see a lot of people stretch out or have their arms tucked in too much. By doing that, you're going to put too much strain on the shoulder. So you want to make sure that nice straight line. Get into a straight position, and then when you lift up, you should have a straight line between your head all the way down to your ankle. So this is the perfect way to set yourself up. Now, a lot of people even find that difficult to do. So the way to regress the static hold is to get the upper leg, place the foot flat in front of the leg. So when you lift up, that leg can take more of the strain. So this is more of like a beginner level of holding the side plank. In terms of progressions on a static hold, what you can do is you can raise the arm up in the air, and you can even lift the leg up and hold. Now, that's not necessarily going to work the muscle any more or any less. It's just a variation if you want to add to it. So that's how you do the static hold. Now, variation number 1 is a side plank raise. So that's basically where you're just lifting the hips up and down from the floor for either the time you're going to do or the number of reps. So you go back to your position. I tend to do this with my arm up, but for the purpose of the video I'll show you here. Place that hand flat on the ground, and all you're doing is you're pushing your hips up towards the ceiling, slowly down to the floor. As soon as they touch the floor, drive up again. So notice the difference in speed. Slower on the way down, drive them on the way up. Okay, that's variation number 1. Variation number 2 is actually a favourite of mine. This is called thread the needle. So this is where you add rotation into the movement. So go back to your position. For this one, the arm will be up in the air. And then what you're doing is you're rotating the body, reaching through behind you, and then rotating back, reaching up. Reaching through and up. By adding that rotation really gets you across the core when you're doing that. Good. And just to note, you can still do all these exercises in the regressed position if you struggle with them, okay? And always make sure about that alignment here. And then the final variation, which is probably the hardest, is moving the leg and the arm and creating more of a crunching movement. So back into position, but this time the arm is going to stretch out. So you're lengthening the whole body out, and then what you're doing is with coordination, you're bringing the knee and the elbow towards each other and extending. This is a lot harder to do, but as I say, it's not that they're necessarily going to work you any more, any less. It's just a variation if you don't want to just work on that static hold of the side plank. Obviously, for the purposes of the video, I showed you on one side. So whether you're doing repetitions or time, make sure you do exactly the same on the opposite side so you don't get that imbalance. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you soon for another one. Take care.